you doing? It's Little Hipster, and I am here with another dreadlock tutorial for you today. What I have done here is what's called a waterfall braid, and it's very cool. I'll show you here. It goes across the side of your hair, and it just lets the bottom pieces of the hair fall out and dangle, which is really nice, and it goes all the way around here. That's what I've got. It's just really nice. I was searching hairdos one day looking for a new thing to do with my dreads, and I saw a girl with regular hair do this and show people how to do it, and I was like, oh, that's great, but how do you apply it when you're doing it with dreadlocks? Because as you know, if you have dreadlocks, they're a lot different than regular hair. It just operates differently. So I couldn't find a tutorial on how to do it with dreadlocks, so I decided to practice it myself, kind of work the kinks out a few times, and do a dreadlock tutorial for you today, because us dreaded people, we should be able to, do those fancy hairdos too. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I think this is a really good hairdo to do if you are at a job where your hair has to be pulled back out of your face, because like I said, it stays out of your face, but you're also able to wear it down, because wearing your dreads down is fabulous. And what's the point of having dreads if you can never wear them down? So this might be an idea. Anyways, I am going to pause this now and take my hair down so that I can redo it for you. I will be right back. And I'm back. My hair is down. So we're going to do this here. As you can see, in one of my last videos, I started these baby dreads, so I do have these little stray hairs like sticking out everywhere, but that's okay. We're going to remedy that. We're just going to tuck them in, so if you have them too, it's no big deal. As you can see, this is about the length that my hair is, and in order to do this hairdo, you're going to have pieces by your ears like this that will go all the way around to the back of your head, because we're not going to use any clips or hair ties or anything like that. But I suppose if you do have shorter dreads, you might be able to get away with a hairpin or two if you don't have locks that are long enough. So anyways, this is about how long mine are. They come down, just past a few inches past my collarbones. But yeah, and real quick, just in case you're a dude wanting to do this hairdo, because I think this would be a really good hairdo for dudes too. But anyways, I'm going to demonstrate the braiding basics here for you, because not everybody knows how to braid. Like I said, lots of dudes have dreadlocks and they might have gone their whole life without learning how to braid. You never know. But basically, the basic principle of braiding anything is that you have 3 strands here. And you've got a middle one, and you got 2 of these outside ones. And basically, the principle behind braiding is to take, start with an outside dread, move it to the middle. Just like that. And now this has become the middle dread. And so you take the other outside dread, move it to the middle. And you just keep alternating like that, outside, inside. And you got to pull tight every time. Outside, inside, outside, inside, until it starts to form something like that. And you can undo it pretty easily. So with that in mind, that's your basic braiding thing. What we're going to do right now is a little bit different in that you're going to be pulling strands in every time that you put a dreadlock in the middle. So for example, you're going to start with the 3 locks that are on the side and closest to the front. So these are my 3 right here. And what was vertical, what I just showed you, is now the same concept except for kind of horizontal. And what you're going to do is you've got your bottom dread here, your middle one, and your top one. You're going to start with your bottom one, and you're going to cross it over the middle one to move it to the middle, just like we were doing before. And now if you were going to do a regular braid, that's when you would just take this top dread right here and cross it over the middle one and move it to the middle. But we're not doing a regular braid, we're doing a waterfall braid. So undo what you just did. You've already taken the bottom one and moved it to the middle. Now you want to take the top one and move it to the middle. But every time you take a top dread, you want to add another top dread in with it. So take a different dread than what you have and add it to your top dread. And once you've done that, you can then cross them both over this middle dread right here and kind of pull tight. There you go. So now you've got these two dreads dangling down in the middle. And the one, your first top dread, you want to just let it hang. Just let it dangle. And so now, yeah, and you're going to want to use the dread you just pulled in as the middle dread. So you're going to let that one dangle. You're going to cross the bottom one over it and pull tight. So you are now working with these three dreadlocks. And you just repeat the process after that. You're going to take the bottom dread and put it in the middle. Pull tight. And then now it's the top dread's turn. But remember, you can never work with the top dread until you add one with it. So take another dread from the top of your head, the closest one to it, and add it. You see what I'm doing there? Once you've added it, you can cross it over to the middle and pull tight. There you go. And then once again, you let your first dread that you had in there, you let it dangle. Just let it be loose in the bottom, and you cross your bottom dread over that one to lock it into place. You know, there you go. So now, again, you've got three new dreads that you're working with here. So you're going to repeat the process, take the bottom dread and add it to the middle. There you go, or bring it to the middle rather. And now you've got this top dread again, but you're not going to bring it to the middle until you've added another dread to go with it. There you go. And so you cross these over into the middle. And again, I'm going to rotate so you can see what I'm doing. And it helps me to not see what I'm doing actually, because this gets easier once you can feel what you're doing. So I've just crossed those two dreads over from the top over into the middle. Gonna let the oldest dread that you've had hang down and cross that bottom one over it. So now you're working with these three dreads, right? And then you're gonna take, once again, repeat the whole process. Take the bottom dread, cross it over into the middle. You're going to want to continue to pull tight as you're doing all of this. Now these are your three dreads that you're working with. And this is your top one, and you're going to cross it over into the middle, but not before you add another dread to it. And cross it into the middle. There you go. And then you're going to let this dread right here dangle, and to lock it in place, you move that dread over it and you pull tight. I hope that you can still see this, by the way. I'm going to rotate even just a little bit more. And so now these are the three dreads that you're working with right here. So once again, bottom dread goes to the middle, kind of pull it tight. There we go. And then this is your top dread. But you're not going to put it in the braid until you add another one to it, right? And then you put those two in the middle. And then you've got those two in the middle, so you're going to let this former dread hang down. I hope you can see this and my elbow's not in the way. And to lock it in place, you got to bring the bottom dread over it, pull it tight. Now these are the three dreads that you are working with. These right here in my hand. And so you're going to start the process over again. and bring the bottom dread into the middle. And then, once again, as I keep on saying, I keep repeating this because it just takes a while to like make it stick in your head. This is your top dread. You're going to need another dread before you introduce it back into the braid. So, and I'm not going to take this one because he's difficult to work with because he has jewelry. This is the one I'm going to take. So here you go. You're going to cross your 2 dreads over. There you are. And then to lock it in place, wait a second. Yeah, let this thread dangle. And then to lock it in place, you're going to cross this one over it. And when you get to the middle of your head, like I kind of have here, and you're ready to be done with it, you can just, oh, see, I've become confused on what I'm doing now. This is a dangerous game. It's okay. You could just take these 2 outside dreads, stick the middle one between it, and then tie them in a knot. And I'm going to do that right now just to secure everything in place. There we go. I just tie those 2 together in a knot. That way nothing moves. And you see I've created this very nice little braid. I hope that was clear enough for you. I'm not going to do the other side just because it's just time consuming. You've already, seen what I've done. So I think you can, you just repeat that process on the other side. You're going to, again, start with the 3 dreads that are closest to your hairline on this side, and you're just going to do the same thing. It's a little bit more difficult to switch to the other side once you've been doing this side the whole time because your brain has to totally flip-flop and go the other way. So anyways, that's my hair tutorial. Oh, I was going to make sure and show you guys my shirt. It's my Dreadhead HQ shirt. It says Rockin' Sick Dreads since June 2010. And I got it from Dreadhead HQ. And I cut it myself. So that's another thing I was going to mention. I'm going to be doing some t-shirt cutting videos. And I think I'm also going to set up my own Etsy account and cut t-shirts and sell them. So anyways, yeah. I hope that you guys have fun with this hairdo. And I hope that this has been helpful. Have a great day. And comment, like, subscribe. I'm starting to go viral now. I have over like 6,000 views on my channel. So help me out. Subscribe to me. Watch my videos. I love you very much. Bye-bye.